Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a bit of a nail transformation from an old set of grown out nails to these beautiful and bright summer nails. So let's get right into the video. So here's a look at the nails I am starting with. I did these for my spring break vacation and they have grown out quite a bit, as you can see, and I also had to cut the nails shorter on my right hand because of bowling. It's way too hard to bowl with long nails. So you can see these are what the nails originally looked like, and now this is what they currently look like. So they definitely need some fixing up. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the gel polish color on all of my nails. I'm using my makartt nail drill, and I'm just going to change the bit here. So the one I had in there to start was a cuticle bit, and I'm just going to be placing in this one here, which is going to easily take off all of that gel polish color. So I'm going to turn on my drill on the proper rotation, and then I'm going to gently file off the gel color. Now you can totally take off the gel polish color by using a hand file. It's just going to be a lot more of a tedious process, and the efile makes it a lot faster. I do have a review I did a while back on my channel for this specific efile, and I will link that in the cards because I really do enjoy this file, and I recommend you check that video out for more information, since in this video I'm not going to be doing a review on the drill, rather I'm just going to show you how it removes the gel polish color. So as you can see here, I'm just being super careful and gentle with the file. I'm not super advanced with e-files. I really only use them to take off gel polish color on top of extensions, as well as thin down product. So I'm not an expert, but I do think that the process I used in this video worked quite well for taking off the color. So I'm going to speed up these clips right here and let you guys watch, and then I will be back for the next step. Alright, so here are the nails after taking off all of the gel polish color. You can see the dip powder underneath is still intact and it is ready for some more prep. So right here I'm taking a metal cuticle pusher and I'm just going to push back my cuticles and dry skin on my nails. And since these nails were so grown out, there was a lot of cuticle and dead skin to remove, so it's really important to not skip out on this step. So I'm being super gentle here. I don't want to put too much pressure on the natural nail, and I'm just lifting up all of that dead skin. Now I'm going to be taking a cuticle nipper, and I'm just going to cut away all of that excess lifting on the nails. So there is a slight bit of lifting at the cuticle area on the dip powder, and you want to make sure to take all of that off before you apply any new product on, because it can create a lot of different problems if you have air pockets under the product. So I'm just going to clip off any of the pieces that have lifted off of the nail, and then I'm also going to take a file to even out the sort of ledge that this created between my natural nail and the product, to make sure I get a nice smooth application with the additional product I'm going to put on. So I will let you guys watch me do that process, and then I will be back once again. Alright, so here are the nails after pushing back the cuticles and then filing off any of the excess lifting. And now I can get started with the application of the new product. So I'm going to start with my Sparkle & Co. pH Prep Liquid and apply this to the natural nail only to dehydrate the nail surface and prep it for the dip powder application. And here is the Dipwell dip powder I'm going to be using. This is in the shade MK07 and it is the color I previously had on my nails. And I think this is a really beautiful soft pink to use for nail extensions to look super natural. And I will also be using my Sparkle & Co. Base Bond Liquid to do the dip powder application. So I'm going to start with a nice thin layer on about majority of my nail, leaving out a tiny sliver towards the cuticle area, and I'm going to apply that to the rest of my nail, dip into the powder, and tap off any excess. And I leave a little bit of a gap towards the cuticle to fill in on the second coat, just so that I get a nice arch and a thinner product application at the cuticle. And I'm just going to be repeating this process on the rest of my nails. So when you are doing a fill, you typically don't need to do a bunch of layers on top of the additional product. I guess that sort of depends on how much you file off with the efile, but typically I just file off the gel polish in a very slight amount of the dip powder so that I only need to do 2 coats of a fill. And the majority of that 2 coats is really just filling in the cuticle area where I had growth, and then the rest just builds up the rest of the apex where the product was already laid down on the nail. So here I just did the first coat, and now I'm going in for a second coat, and this second coat is going to cover the entire natural nail surface. So I'm just applying a nice thin layer once again, dipping into the powder and tapping off any excess. So I'll let you guys watch me finish up these nails, and then I will come back for the next step. So now that the dip powder fill is complete, I'm going to use my Sparkle & Co. Solidify Liquid to harden up all of that dip powder and make it ready for filing. So I'm applying 2 generous layers of this to all of my nails and then letting that dry completely before moving on. And I did go ahead and file majority of my nails off camera just to save a little bit of time. But I'm going to be using the 100 side of my makartt nail file, and I'm going to first go along the free edge to fix up the shape, and then over the surface to smooth it all out. And there was a look at the complete and filed nails. And now I can get started with the gel polish application. So this is the point in the manicure where you can really personalize your nails to whatever design you want. I wanted to just go for a plain bright gel polish color, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And that's going to start off with applying a thin layer of a gel base coat to all of my nails. Now, since this application is over a fake nail or a dip powder surface, you don't necessarily need to apply a gel base coat on top. You could, in theory, just go right in with the color, but this is a step that I like to add for better adhesion, and it's just something I normally do, so that's what I'm going to be doing here. And I'm just applying a nice thin layer to all of my nails, and then once happy, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to be using the shade White Addict from the brand Nail Addict to apply a base layer underneath of the neon yellow color so that it really pops. So I'm going to be doing 2 thin layers of this onto all of my nails, and like I said, this is just going to be a base. Since the neon color I'm using is a little bit sheer, the white just acts as a background to make it really as bright as possible. So like I said, I'm applying 2 thin layers of this to all of my nails, wrapping the free edge, and then curing for 30 seconds. And I do have quite a few Nail Addict reviews on my channel. I really enjoy this gel polish brand. The polishes work so well, and this white in particular is one of my absolute favorites. So definitely check them out if you are interested in some high quality gel polishes. Alright, and then the gorgeous yellow shade I'm going to be using is from Gelaze. I think this one is one of my all-time favorite neon gel polishes. I've had it in my collection for quite a few years now, and it's definitely still one of my favorites. So I'm applying a thin, even layer of this over the white gel polish, making sure to cover up all of that white, and then wrapping the free edge and curing fully. Then once I'm happy with the color application and all of the layers are cured, I'm going to seal in my manicure with my Sparkle & Co. gel top coat. So I'm applying a nice thin layer of this to all of my nails, wrapping the free edge and curing for 30 seconds, and this is going to add a really beautiful glossy shine and seal in the color. And once the nails are fully cured, I'm going to rehydrate my skin and nails using my Happy Cuticle Co. oil. And here is the finished manicure I was able to create doing a dip powder fill and gel polish manicure on top. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this nail transformation video. I thought it was super cool just to show a little bit more of the process I go through when changing out my nail extensions, and I thought it might be helpful and interesting to share. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.